Let's do example 2. So example 2, I have 2y equals negative 3x equals 4. So it's not in the form of y equals mx plus c. So first, rearrange it. So I'm going to start here. 2y, take away 3x equals 4. So I need to leave the y on the left-hand side. So I'm going to do 2y is equal to 3x plus 4 because I add 3x on both sides. Then I'm going to divide all of it by 2 because the 2 is multiplying here. So that's going to be y is equal to 3x plus 4. All of it, don't be careful with this, all of it is going to be divided by 2. Therefore, my equation rearranged is going to be 3x halves plus 2 because these 2 affects both terms. Agree? Wonderful. So I have done the first one. Then it says, identify the gradient. So what is my gradient? My gradient is going to be 3 halves. It is positive and then 4 going upwards. I can write it like this. Or I can say it's going upwards. There you go. Good. Identify the y-intercept. So my y-intercept is going to be 2, and I'm going to write it as a point. So it's going to be 0, 2. I have my y-intercept there identified. Good. Calculate the x-intercept. So let's do our x-intercept. So when I'm going to calculate my x-intercept, let's leave all of this here, and then I'm going to do it here in blue. So to calculate my x-intercept, what do I have to do? I'm just going to call it here so we can see it very clear. This was my y-intercept. Y-intercept. Okay, so when I'm doing my x-intercept, I need my y to be equal to 0. Agree? So I can use this equation or this equation, what I had the original. Whatever is easier for me. I'm going to use this one. Well, actually, I'm going to use this one. It's the same. Agree? This one is just written in a different form. So I'm going to use this one. So if I put that 2y is going to be equal to 0, so that means that 2 times 0, take away 3x, equals to 4. So this one is 0, and then I have negative 3x is equal to 4, and then x is equal to 4 over 3. Okay, I want you to notice something here. My domain is saying that it goes from negative 1. So if I go and say, where is my negative 1? So it's going to go from here to this point. Agree? Where is 4 over 3? So 4 over 3 is definitely going to be more. Oh, mistake, Miss Ochoa, negative. I'm just looking at here. It's negative. Negative 4 over 3. Agree? Because when I divide it by negative 3, the whole fraction is going to become negative. Agree? And we're just going to write that better so that we can see it. X is equal to negative 4 over 3. Okay, now this is going to be less than negative 1. So therefore, it's not going to be part of my graph. In this case, I don't have to label this point. I don't need it because my domain is being defined from negative 1 onwards. So in this case, I don't need this. Okay, I'm not going to label it because it's not part of my given domain. Okay, good. Calculate the value of the endpoints. So how do I know the endpoints? So let's do it here. The first one I have to do is when x is equal to negative 1. I have to find that when x is equal to negative 1. So in this case, I'm going to use this one because I already have solved for the y. So y is equal to negative 1 is going to be negative 3 halves plus 2. That means that this one to have a common denominator. So we know that this one is the same as 2 over 1, which means that I have 2 times by 2 here and times by 2 here. So that makes 4. So that means that y is going to be equal to 1/2. Okay, so when x is equal to -1, y is equal to 1/2. Agree? Is it included or not included? Because it's rounded, it's not included. So I'm going to put it not included. Good. So I have calculated the values. This one just means that it's going to continue. I don't have to calculate it. It just means that I'm not going to have that endpoint because it goes to infinity. Okay, and it goes upwards. So I already know that this one is the point that I'm going to have. So when x is equal to -1, y is going to be equal to 1/2. So it's here. I can label it. So it's -1, 1/2. And it's going to be go from this point onwards forever. Why forever? Because the domain is saying that for all the values up to infinity. Okay, good. So I have calculated the endpoints. Now we're going to plot the Y-intercept. Where is my Y-intercept? So my Y-intercept, I had it here, 0, 2. So this one actually is included. So I put my point there. Wonderful. Plot the X-intercept. Do I have to plot the X-intercept in this case? No, because it's not part of my domain, so I don't have to plot it. So in this case, this doesn't apply. Plot the endpoints of the restricted point. I already have this one, and the other one is infinity, so I have done that one. Sketch the graph with a ruler. So insert my graph. Here is the starting point, and it's going to go forever, going up. I'm putting the arrow to symbolize that it's going forever. It doesn't end there. It goes forever to the right. So I have my line there. Good. Use your gradient, rise over run to verify that is correct. So my gradient, I knew that it was going to be positive. Perfect. And if I have here and I have my rise, so I have that this one is 1 and 2 and 3, and then run 1 and 2, and perfectly it goes through that point. So yes, it works. Label X and Y intercepts. I forgot to label this Y intercept that I need. So it's 0, 2, perfect. And now we have to identify the range. So let's do it here. So what is my range? I'm going to highlight it again with pink. So it goes, what is the smaller value that Y takes? This one. Agree? What is the highest value, the largest value that Y takes? Infinity. So we're going to write it. So my domain, my range, sorry, is all the Y's that belong from not included. Agree? Not included. So open 1/2 to infinity, and infinity is never included, so we also leave it open, and that's my answer. Okay, wonderful, girls. Next video we will do the next one. We will do CAS in the next video, how to do this one in the CAS, or actually no, because you already explained all the ones. There are going to be too many videos. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Mama,